All right, Zyla. Zyla, where are you from originally? Where'd you grow up?
I'm from Whittier, California.
Whittier. Tell me about your family. You had with your parents when you were a kid?
Yeah, I live with my mom, and I grew up in Whittier. And then she remarried, and then we moved to Oregon. And then I grew up in Oregon for a little bit. And then after that, we moved back to California.
How would you describe your childhood?
It was pretty good. I had a pretty good upbringing, I would say. I would say, though, my family is a little more conservative because they don't know that I'm trans. I haven't told them yet.
But they don't know.
Yeah.
Do you talk to them on the phone?
Yeah, I do.
And can they tell your voice has been
Well,
feminized?
I've always had a really feminine voice. I came out as gay at first, so
But you're taking hormones now?
yeah. But they don't know.
That'll be one hell of a surprise.
Yeah. Maybe they'll see this video.
It'll be easier to do it that way than showing up at Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh my God, so much easier. I'm like, just go to on YouTube.
So tell me about your childhood. You grew up and you realized you were gay at an early age.
Yeah, I mean, I realized that I was different. I didn't really understand like what feeling like a woman or feeling like being born in the wrong body was. So I just kind of put it in the category of gay because that's all I kind of knew at the time.
But you feel more, you're trans, not just gay.
No, yeah, I'm transgender. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that when I was younger at the time, that was the only label that I kind of knew. I didn't really know what trans was. I just like, oh, well, I like guys and I'm feminine but I didn't know that like wanting to like dress like, as a woman or be a woman, I didn't know what that was yet.
Was that confusing or difficult for you at all?
I would say the only difficult part was just maybe more so just the beginning of my transition, kind of like socially transitioning and everything like that. Yeah, because I didn't always look like as feminine. Obviously, the hormones help change stuff, but I also had a little help. I spent like around, well, I didn't spend it, but my sugar daddy, he spent around like $5,000 on filler to help feminize my face.
Oh, so you've been getting help from a sugar daddy.
Yeah.
And what kind of surgeries are you hoping to have?
So I've only had filler, but I want to get my face like actually done, like like bone shaved down and stuff like that. And I want to
So what do they do to feminize your face?
So what they would do is they would shave down. Well, what I want done is I want my brow bone shaved, my chin shaved, my jaw shaved a little bit, fat grafting to my cheeks, a lip lift, and that's it for my face. And then I want my boobs done.
And nothing else? Or there?
I mean, I'd like to have like maybe like a BBL, but I'm kind of scared because I hear you can like die from that. I mean, I know you can die from surgery in general, but I just know the BBL is like it's a little more dangerous.
Tell me about your sugar daddy. Is he? How'd you meet him?
Online.
And you were looking for a sugar daddy?
Yeah, pretty much.
Or you were doing online dating and then it turned into a sugar daddy?
Kind of, yeah. So I actually had just stopped working at Mac at the time and I was out of work. Stopped working, fired, kind of. And so I was out of work and I was like, what do I do? So I just got on like these different dating trans apps and like I just started talking to these guys and asking them for money. And then I found one who just like, he just like is giving me like a lot of money.
How much money is he giving you?
Like whenever I ask for money, he'll send it, or like it's usually like $800 per week.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Before it was a little bit more, like with all the filler and everything, but he's kind of calmed down with the spending, especially because like I haven't had sex with him yet. So I feel like that's a lot of money to spend on someone when you haven't had sex.
How long have you been together?
We've been talking for like 4 months.
4 months, and
Yeah, no, I don't plan on having sex with him. I don't like him.
you're playing hard to get.
Yeah.
But he knows you're trans, and that's
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, yeah, he's the one that helped pay for the filler to like help feminize my face and everything.
there's so many different kinds of relationships. I don't know exactly what everyone knows or what everyone's role is.
Yeah.
How have you made money before that? Through
I've
dating?
always worked like my whole life. Like ever since I was 18, I've always had a job.
But the sex work is something new, or
Yeah, I've dabbled in sex work. But with him, like I haven't had sex with him at all, so that's nice. He just gives me money.
he's just your sugar daddy.
Yeah.
That's the best kind of sugar daddy, I think.
Yeah. But I only have one.
You need 5.
I know, I want like 20.
And you're staying here on Skid Row?
Unfortunately, yeah. At the Madison.
Are drugs part of your
I only do weed and alcohol. Nothing else.
nothing else?
Yeah. I'm a healthy girl.
What was your childhood like with when you were coming out?
So when I came out as gay, my mom was like, okay, well, that's fine, but you just have to, hush hush, very like, don't tell anyone, what you do behind your own closed doors is your business, whatever. But then like I started, really wanting to like be myself, and I would start to like wear makeup in secret. And then when I turned 18, like I went to the mall with my friend one day and I bought a foundation, without my mom knowing. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna come home and, just be myself and like with the makeup on and everything and just like not care. Cause I was so tired of like not being able to be myself. Like I was always so quiet around my family just cause like I wasn't able to be myself. And I was just, I was 18, so I was like, oh, I'm an adult. Like I'm tired of this, So then I came home and immediately my mom was like, what is that on your face? And I was like, it's makeup. And she was like, you need to wash it off right now. And I was like, no, I'm going to wash it off like when I want to, just being rebellious or whatever. And then my mom got really angry and she was like, you need to take that off right now. You can't live under my roof if you have on makeup. Like you're a boy, you can't wear makeup or whatever. Obviously not knowing that I was trans at the time. And then so after that, she just had like a huge long talk with my stepdad, and like she like finally we like kind of had a talk, and she was like, yeah, well, if you want to, do this and wear makeup, you can't live here. Like you can't be like living here because that's like the rules. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll just go live somewhere else. And at the time, this is kind of crazy because I had just gotten in contact with my real dad, and I had never spoken with him like until I was 18. And he like contacted me through Facebook, and then so I was like, fine, I'll just go live with him. So I ended up going to live with him, and it was this huge deal, like more so I guess me living with him, because I guess my mom didn't think that like I had that backup plan, because she didn't even know that like I had talked to him until I told her, which was also a huge like deal. She basically said I like backstabbed her for talking to him. So yeah, then I went to go live with him, and my dad was living with his parents at the time. His mom has paranoid schizophrenia, so that's a little crazy, and I didn't know that like weird dynamic in their household. Like his dad had to take care of his mom for a long time, like till now, he's still taking care of her, and she has paranoid schizophrenia. So like that's not a really ideal situation to be living with like his parents and like dealing with that. So I ended up like, I had a best friend at the time. Her name was Sarah. So I ended up inviting Sarah to come live with me, like, just because like I don't know, I needed a friend, and I was like, oh, you can come stay with me because my dad is like cool or whatever, and like, it's a crazy household, she has paranoid schizophrenia, it'll be fine. Wrong. My grandpa got so mad, like, he was like, she can't stay here, I'm taking care of someone who has paranoid schizophrenia, and it's making it worse, like, you adding someone that she doesn't know. He was like, it's okay that you're here because, your family, but you inviting someone to just come live with us is like not good. And then I felt bad because I basically told her to come live with me. So now she doesn't have a place to stay. So we ended up living in my car. And that was a whole big thing. And then after that, like, I basically did that for 3 months with her, and it was like super difficult. We would shower at the gym. We would like use our EBT to get food, but we were basically getting like malnutrition because we were only eating like chips and like fruit and like snacks. So then I found out about the LGBT center. At the time, I think it was like on Highland, and now they like moved it, but I stayed there when I moved to LA because I had heard about the LGBT center, like that they give housing. And then I started staying there. And then from there, I moved to Covenant House, which is another housing thing for youth. And then from there, I stayed at Salvation Army, which my family has no idea about. Like, my mom at the time, she just thought that, like, I was staying, like, with, like, roommates and stuff. She had no idea that I was, like, staying at, like, the LGBT Center and then Covenant House and then Salvation Army. She had no idea. And I was still talking to her at the time. And also at that time, too, like, I was still identifying as gay, but, like, wearing makeup. And, yeah.
Where would you like to be in 5 years?
In 5 years, I would say I want to definitely be done with my transition completely. Like, all my surgery's done. And maybe even have like a little bit of like a career in makeup, because I really do like doing makeup. Like, I used to work at Sephora for a really long time, and then I worked for MAC. Now I'm a sugar baby, but I would like to do something in makeup again, career-wise.
Considering that you still have a lot of work to do, you're very convincing as a cis female, as they call it.
Thanks. That's a really big compliment. I feel like I don't know, it's crazy because I feel like I look so masculine, but.
So being trans this is just something that you are.
Yeah.
This is not something that is fixable or something that you're going to change your mind on later or anything like that.
Yeah, no, this is who I am.
And there are guys who are into that, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they call them like the chasers.
So you still have some male parts.
Yeah.
And is that something you're looking to keep or lose?
I feel like I don't know, I feel like that's such a sensitive topic. It's such a major surgery. And for me, I feel like my dysphoria it's not too bad, like down
Well,
there.
I think there are a lot of trans people who prefer to be a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Yeah. I think for me,
I think it's desirable for a lot of.
Yeah. I mean, I
guys.
think maybe when I was a little younger, I think that's kind of the route that I wanted to go. But as I'm getting older, and I think now I'm a little more fine if I don't have that surgery, And, who knows, down the line I may want kids, so I may want to like freeze my sperm or something. Because I know that's like a big thing too, is if you get the surgery, or even like now, I would probably need to like freeze my sperm since I am on hormones if I did want kids later. But I have a kid now.
Yes.
My baby D.
She's very cute.
Thank you.
And how do the hormones change you, either emotionally or physically?
I would say I feel definitely physical changes here and there, like fat redistribution. But I would say the mental changes, like I cry a lot and I'm really sensitive now, or I'll just start crying, like if I think about something that you wouldn't be crying about normally. So I would say those are like the biggest changes that I've noticed. Oh, and of course, like boob growth and stuff.
Do you have any regrets?
No,
No regrets.
no, none. In fact, I feel like I'm happier now than I was before I started hormones and like filler and everything. Like I'm a lot happier now for sure.
How old are you?
A lot more confident. 27.
27. What's your biggest fear?
That's a good one. I don't know. I don't want to say it because I feel like if you say it, you speak it into existence.
No, you don't have to say it.
Okay.
That's all right. I won't pressure you. And Zyla, what would you say is the most important lesson you've learned in your life?
The most important lesson? I would say just be yourself from the very beginning, even if you feel like it's like scary, or if your family doesn't accept you, if your friends don't accept you, if your significant other you're with doesn't accept you, anyone, I would say fuck them and just focus on you and be yourself, because you're going to be so much happier in the end.
The world seems to be changing a lot quickly.
Yeah.
So that just bodes well for somebody who has some shocking news for their family on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I'll just send them the link to this video.
Good luck with that. All right, Zyla, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you.
Wish you lots of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks.